Hi there, I'm Eddie. Thanks for practicing yoga with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. Good morning and welcome everybody. I'm so happy to be here practicing yoga with you. I'm happy that you've made it this morning, this Saturday morning if you're in Southern California. It is starting to rain, which is a wonderful and glorious thing. If you're somewhere else in the world where it rains all the time, well, it may not be as exciting to you. But we need the water, so I'm very happy about that. And just happy to be here practicing with you. And I want to get started right now. If anybody happens to be new, my name is Eddie, and I just want to encourage you to go at your own pace. If you are coming back after a while, or if it's your first time in this class, there's no judgment. Just do what you can do the best that you can do. Stop, rest, calm down, relax when you need to, take a seat. Whatever you need to do is absolutely fine. Just do your best to make it through while staying connected to your breath the entire time. Briefly, before we actually begin the class, first of all, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to all of you who sent such wonderful, kind wishes, thoughts, and prayers to me and my family as we were dealing with my mom's illness in Fresno. I was gone for 9 days. And it was definitely a journey. It was definitely a journey. And the good news is that she's actually kind of having a recovery right now that a week ago nobody imagined. She's doing quite well. She's actually walking with a walker. We thought it would be weeks before she was walking again. So she's actually doing quite well. And one of the things that I talk about a lot in class is the realm of possibility and the realm of infinite potential. That the mantra Om symbolizes a space, symbolizes a potential within the universe that anything and all things can be or could be. And I can only kind of reflect upon this now that I'm out of the situation. But looking at where my mom is at now, it's it's amazing. One might say, oh my God, this is a miracle. How could she be having this kind of a recovery? While we were deep in the heart of the situation and she was sick and doctors didn't know what was going on and she seemed to be declining and declining and declining, our focus was so on that we were really kind of gearing our heads up for kind of the worst possible outcome. And yet the potential for something amazing existed in that moment as well. And so now that I'm out of the situation, I'm out of the stress, I'm out of kind of all the ups and downs of it, I've been asking myself, why didn't I really allow for the possibility of a good outcome? Why was I only focused on a negative outcome? And I was aware of how stressed out I was about that negative outcome. And I thought, here's this teaching of yoga that's telling us that the possibilities are infinite. And so if the possibilities are infinite, isn't there the possibility for something good as well as something bad, right? Sometimes we're listening to doctors or we're looking at statistics or we're looking at the news or we're looking at the reality that's right in front of our eyes. And we think because we see that this is the way that it's going. It's going down that path and that path doesn't feel good. But I'm telling you that this experience for me has been a very tangible experience in realizing that the potential for all things exists in every moment. So, as I always say, what are you going to put your attention on? What possibility, what potential are you going to focus on? Okay? It's been a learning lesson for me. It's always a learning lesson. There's always something to learn. There's always something to grow. But let's focus on that infinite positive potential. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a moment, close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall and just see where your mind has been at. Take inventory, take stock. What's your energy been about? Where's your mind been focused? If you've been worried, if you've been stressed, it just means that you're focused on a negative potential, a negative outcome. I'm here to say that the positive potential exists in equal proportion. Let's rub those hands together. Make them nice and warm. We're going to take a couple slow, deep breaths in. Nice deep breath in here, hands at your heart. Hold it. And exhale. And again, inhale deeply. Hold it. Exhale. One last time, inhale. Hold that in. And exhale it all out. Good. Let's chant the mantra Om. Om. Again, tapping into the field of infinite potential, a room with infinite doors. You can choose to open any door. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. And one more time, inhale. Very good. Okay, let's open our eyes up. Let's start to move our bodies just a little bit. Take your hands, put them on the fronts of your shins here. We're just going to rock. You're going to inhale, chest up. Exhale, round your back. Inhale and exhale. Now, in a sense, keep doing this. You want your practice to be a bit of a disruptor in your train of thoughts. Inhale. A disruptor in the flow of your energy, if the flow is moving in a direction that doesn't feel good. It's easy once we start to pick up a momentum to stay with that momentum and even to let it build. Inhale, come on all the way up. Hold it. Really good. Exhale, put your hands, turn them down on your legs. Now start to go in circles. Just move it around. If you could just close your eyes, find your breath, and try and move yourself mentally, physically, energetically, spiritually, however you want to look at it. Move the elements, the aspects of yourself into a place of neutrality for just a moment. Go in the opposite direction. Go in the opposite direction. Just move yourself around. All righty. Inhale, come on up through the center. Really good. Exhale, let that go. Let's take our hands. We're going to reach them up to the ceiling. We'll get a little stretch in our shoulders. Turn our palms so that they're facing up nice and high. Now you want to keep your shoulders down. You want to get your spine nice and tall. And you just say to yourself, I have this right now. I have this sensation. I have this breath coming in and out of me. I have the ability to focus right now. One more. Inhale and exhale. Twist. Take it to one side. And by simply employing the combination of my breath, my focus, my body, I can create a reset. Take one more. I can reset to the present moment. Twist to the other side. And with neutrality here in this present moment, I can be open to the full spectrum of possibility. The full spectrum of potential. Take one more breath. Inhale. Good. Come on all the way back through the center. I want you to just roll your shoulders a couple of times. We're just going to do one or two more warm-ups from here. You may want to change the direction of that roll. Some of you may not have done any yoga while I was gone, so just get back into it here. All right. Take a breath in and out. Keep that breastbone lifted. Drop your chin. Now, everybody, if you need to, even use your finger. Feel the back of your head. There's a little bump right where the neck kind of meets the base of the skull. I want you to take your awareness and kind of feel that little bump there. And now you're going to do some neck rolls. But as you're doing your neck rolls, I want you to keep the attention at that connection point between the neck and the base of the skull. Just kind of opening it. Making way for the energy to flow. Let's go in the opposite direction. Really, really good. Nice. All right, come on back through the center. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Can you just kind of chart the course of your awareness that started down low and has now moved up? You really feel some energy in your brain. Last thing that we're going to do is take our hands, interlace them above your head. Now you can see my fingers are what, like 12 inches maybe above my head? So I've got my fingers interlaced. And with your eyes closed, I want you to kind of feel that empty space between your hands and your head. So when we start this breath of fire now, we're going to really allow the energy to just rise up out of our head like a waterfall or like a fountain. It spouts up out of your head and it's just going to, excuse me, move around you and circulate. So breath of fire now, excuse me, begin it if you know it. If you don't know it, it's easiest to stick out your tongue and pant like a dog. Or you do it through your nose. Or you take long, deep breaths, but keep it going. And imagine this flow of energy out your head, around your body, down from the base, up your spine, all around. Inhale deeply. Hold your breath. Spread your arms apart. Just let the sun into the crown of your head. Exhale. Let that breath go. Bring your hands down. Place your hands in your lap for a moment. Now today in our class, we're going to be working with a mantra as we go through the poses. And that mantra has two words. It's so hum, S-O-H-A-M, so hum, not ham, but hum, so hum. I want you to just watch your breath for about 30 seconds and then we're going to start to move. As your breath moves into your body, silently say so. As it moves out, hum. This is the mantra of the breath. So hum. Inhale so, exhale hum. So hum as the mantra of the breath is an affirmation of your existence. It's the I am statement. So hum generally translates as I am, an affirmation of your existence. I want you to slowly open your eyes up and make your way onto your hands and your knees. For those of you that showed up late, welcome. We're so happy that you're here. Let's get to moving now. But we're going to continue to work with this mantra as we go through our postures. At least it's going to be something that I'm going to offer to you. It's a great way to produce a focus. So you're going to inhale, lift your chin and your chest. You're going to exhale, round your back and go to your heels. Now, do it with me. Inhale, so, silently to yourself. Exhale, hum, you go back. In your head, you hear it. Inhale, so, hum. Do that for me about 5 more times on your own. Now, if you preferred, you could use the mantra, I am. Let's do one more wherever we are. One more. Inhale, come forward and back to downward facing dog. Okay, shake out your head a little bit, walk in place a little bit, and immediately start to connect to your breathing. Start to find your breathing. Hear it. Look for that ujjayi sound with that slight constriction in your throat. And if you can, employ this mantra. We're going to be here for about a minute, just holding. So on the inhale, hum on the exhale. Or I on the inhale, am on the exhale. What you'll notice about it is that there's no definition to it. It's simply an open-ended statement. I am. Well, I am what? Well, I am anything that I put after that statement. I'm afraid, I'm happy. But right now, what you're doing is just living in the realm of the potential, the possibility, standing in the room with a million doors. I am. As we get clear, as we get neutral, then we can start to direct our energy consciously, deliberately through the door that we want to go through. So important to have this reset. Let's take last 3 breaths. So hum or I am. Very good. Drop to those knees. Come on all the way down. A lot of you know this twist. Look how I'm going to do it if you're not familiar with it. This is a shoulder twist. It gets under your shoulder blade. I'm going to take my left hand, which is the hand closer to the camera, closer to you, and I'm going to turn that hand in, and then I'm going to thread my right arm all the way underneath. Just drop my head down. I'm just going to reach that hand through. And as I'm reaching, I really want to imagine that I'm pulling and kind of peeling my scapula, my right shoulder blade, and peeling it off my back, making some space underneath it. Just embrace these deep stretches. Let's take it to side 2. Some of you know deeper variations. That's totally fine. I'm keeping it basic on this one. Right hand in, left arm is threading all the way under, and I'm going to drop the left shoulder, and I'm going to maybe drop the head to the ground. That's the way. Let's take 2 more. Perfect. Come on back up through the center. Now here's a really good, very, very deep shoulder stretch. It's like downward dog, but the legs are eliminated, so there's no hamstring involved in it. From where you are, put your elbows down on the ground. Now, depending on how far I walk my hands forward, that's how deep the stretch becomes. So I'm going to put my forehead down. Notice that the butt is still up. I'm not in child's pose. Butt is up. And then walk and walk and walk your hands as far forward as you comfortably can, or pull them back if you need. Now, some of you will want to take your head, turn it on a side, and really even press down more through that breastbone. Some of us won't do that. It's your choice. Now, maybe you can take both of your hands and rotate them so it's like you're holding a yoga block between your hands. Your palms are facing one another. And as you do that, potentially even keep rotating your hands open just a little bit, like your palms are looking up to the ceiling. Oh, it's so deep, right? And then slowly, ooh, ha ha ha, bring it all the way back. Before we move on, just do a cat-cow. Just kind of move the shoulders again after that really, really deep stretch. And then from here, take your left hand, rotate it, and turn the fingers backwards. This is a good stretch for your wrist, for your forearm. Okay, if you can, turn both hands backward. If you can't, do one at a time. If you've got your hands backward, great. If you want more intensity, walk your hands towards one another until the pinky side of your hands are touching. If you want more intensity, still bend your elbows back towards your knees, just a hair. They won't bend a lot. All right. Okay, let's let that go. We're just going to move right through our downward facing dog. Walk your hands back, so we won't stay in downward dog yet. We'll put our hands on the fronts of the shins, look to the front, fold down to your legs. Sweep those arms out, lift the chest all the way to the top. And exhale, we're coming right down. And we're going to just take a stroll forward to the top end of our mat, hands together at your heart. Let's go through half sun salutations to start. I'll turn and face you. So half sun salutations to start. Inhale, reach it up. Now breathe with me. Exhale down. Look forward and open. And fold. Arms out, come up. And exhale to your heart. Now, how about if we add the internal mantra? Inhale, so, arms go up. Hum, fold. Inhale, so, look forward. Fold, hum. Sweep up, in, so. To the heart, hum. Inhale, so. Hum. Inhale, so. Hum. Coming up, so. Hum. If you want to do I am, you can do that. Inhaling, I am. I am. Inhale up, I am. Last one, we are going to hold it. Get into that forward bend. Now you got some time here. Let's choose what variation we want. Here's one recommendation if you have that flexibility. I'm going to have you step your feet into the palms of your hands. So you put the back of your hand on the floor. This is another wrist stretch. You step your foot into the palm of your hand. You let your head go. And you relax your head. Other options would be hands around the ankles or hands around the elbows. But if you can step into your hand, go ahead and do it. And then push into your hands. Like really weight your feet into your hands. And breathe. Remember, every time you repeat that mantra, you want to just feel yourself in neutrality. You want to feel yourself in that open room with a million doors, and you haven't chosen which door you're going to walk through yet. You get to be negative, you get to be positive, you get to be angry, you get to be joyous. It's your choice, no judgment. Right now, we haven't chosen. We're just feeling ourselves in the realm of possibilities. Take one more. Ah, that's so good. Sweep your arms out, take it all the way up. It's so nice to reset. It's so nice to come back to neutral. It's so nice to feel that, wait, I have a choice which door I walk through. That's a powerful thing. I can choose what door I walk through. Release your hands down. Lift your chest up nice and high. Sink your knees. Touch the floor with your fingertips. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. At a certain point, you might notice today that you've walked through a door and you go, whoa, is that where I want to be? You can immediately step back into the room of possibility just by coming to your breath, just by connecting here again. Take your breath in Exhale, we're going to fold right over the legs. We'll look to the front. Exhale, step or jump yourself back. Now I'm going to do the full vinyasa. So you might go to the floor. I'm hovering. Turn the toes over. Lift the heart. Downward facing dog. So that is our basic sun salutation. Downward dog. Look forward and inhale. Bend your knee. Lightly step or jump your feet forward and open and fold. To the top, inhale, so, hum. Inhale, so, hum. Inhale, so, hum. Step yourself back, get to the top of your push-up. Go to the floor, drop your knees if you need, hover if you can. Deep back bend, gentle back bend. Ah, yes. Patanjali, who is really the ancient sage, the ancient father of yoga, said that you can't practice yoga without self-study, without reflecting on yourself in the moment. What door am I walking through? Is that where I want to be? Because if not, I have the choice to come back into the space of potential, the space of neutrality, the space of peace. Look forward, bend your knees, but it's up to you to reflect. It's up to you to study. Open. Everyone's mind is different. I can't study your mind. Exhale down. I can only study my own. Sweep out, come up. That was 2. What do you say we add a little variation? Inhale up, exhale, take it down. We look to the front. This will just be some strengthening variation. So you can go through the push-up cycle as you know it. Let me go back to downward facing dog. Now we're going to come into side plank. I'll do it on my right side first. Let me show the basic variation. Those of you that are advanced, just get right into your side plank. So what I've done is drop my right knee onto the ground. Left hand goes up to the ceiling. I could reach the arm over my ear. That feels wonderful. I could lift the left leg up. So those are moderate variations. I could straighten both legs, stacking my feet, and do all the same variations there. I could reach over my ear. I could spread my legs. Breathing. Nothing more than breathing. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come on, all the way back through the center. Now, do you want to do a push-up cycle? I'm going to do it. You don't have to. Let's go to the second side. Drop your knees, spin your foot flat, take your right hand up. So Patanjali is saying by self-study, notice yourself. Are you frustrated in the pose? Are you angry? Are you judgmental? It's okay, whatever you are, but notice it and then ask, is that what I want to be right now? Do I want to judge myself in the pose, or do I want to be and experience it and breathe and pull back into my neutral place? Take a nice deep breath in and out. And slowly come on through the center. Do you want to go through a vinyasa? Downward facing dog. Ha ha ha. Let's look to the front. Gently step or jump forward. I'm going to make us do one more round. So we're going to open here and exhale, fold all the way down. And guess what? There will be a new variation. Inhale your hands up. And this is one of my favorite variations. It's going to be a low plank with a twist. Again, it's core strengthening. It's very focused on your side abdomen. It's a challenge. Take your hands, reach them up, but you'll like it. Exhale, come on down. Look to the front. And exhale, take yourself back. Now, you could drop to your knees. You know the drill. Do what you like. Okay, everybody come down to your knees. Everybody down onto your elbows. So here's how we're doing it. We're going to take our hands and interlace our fingers together. Yeah? And you're going to undo your pinkies. So your pinky side of your hand is going to be flat on the ground. Now, if you need to watch me, watch what I'm going to do first. I'm going to step back to the low plank. That would be my first stage. Don't let your butt go high. And then I'm going to turn both of my heels to the right. Now, I can be on the side of the feet with them staggered, or I can stack the feet. It doesn't matter. Stack will be a little harder. And just twist, elbows on the ground. I know that this is a lot, so you might be in the middle with your knees on the ground. Perfect. Drop your knees once again, take a breather, and let's go to the second side. So you step back, you turn your heels. If you want to, you stack your feet. Good. And then you come on back. You can drop your knees for just a moment. Since we're here, let's take it to dolphin pose. So again, just keep your hands as they are. Pinky side of your hand is on the ground. Elbows are under your shoulders. Now, turn your toes in the ground. Think of downward dog. Hips up. Walk it forward. I've got my knees bent. You might not be able to see it because my pants are black. But my knees are bent. And my butt is up. And my shoulders are pressing. Now I want my head off the ground. So I turn my head right to left, make sure it's not on the floor. One more. And slowly come down. Take a moment. Either take child's pose, or if you can, sit back for just a moment like I'm demonstrating. So if you can sit back on your heels, I want you to do that. Put your hands in your lap. You could be in child's pose as well. Inhale, so imagine that a light moves up your spine. Exhale, hum. That same light moves down your spine like liquid up and down a drinking straw. Inhale, up. So. Exhale, hum, down. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhale, so. Exhale, down, hum. Again, child's pose is fine. One more time. Inhale, so. And exhale, hum. Let your consciousness move up. Move into your own brain for just a moment. Study your brain. Think of a manual gearbox in an older car. Take that gear lever and shift it into neutral. Remember how you would shift into neutral, you'd pull it out of gear, and then I always would go right to left, like that. Just kind of got it in that space where it's just in the middle. Oh, goodness gracious, it is so nice. Come on forward. Problem is, once I start doing these little meditations in the middle of class, I just want to sit there for like 10 minutes. Downward facing dog. That's not a problem, but I don't know if you all would love that. Here we go. Maybe have a little meditation more at the end of our class. Downward facing dog. Let's walk our hands back to our feet. We already did some nice sun salutations. Inhale, look yourself forward. Exhale, fold it all the way down. Sweep out, come up. And exhale. We're going to bring our hands right down together at our hearts. So let's just take a simple standing sequence. It'll be a couple postures linked together, and then we'll start to make our way to the floor for good. So I'm going to take my right foot, I'm going to step it forward. My left foot is going to angle inward just a little bit. And I'll start with my hands on the hips. I want to twist them to the front, bending my front knee. I'm going to inhale, take those hands and lift them high up above. So inhaling And exhale. Let's do that for about 5 breaths. Maybe let your eyes focus on something in front of you. Keep your eyes fixed there. Inhale, so, exhale, hum. From my perspective, I see that wonderful rain coming down through my field of vision, and it makes me so happy. Go ahead and straighten. Open yourself. Shift out. Our land has been so parched. Think of the earth right now receiving that rain. So happy about it. Left hand up, chest open. Nice, nice deep breaths in and out. And that's so good. You feel that stretch to the left side of your body. Maybe your hand's on a block. This is triangle. Maybe your knee is bent. Oh. This is going to move into my standing hamstring stretch. I'm going to fold over that left leg. Now, all I have to do is take the back foot a couple inches closer and fold right out over my right leg. Fold over that leg. Maybe you're using a block. We're going to keep the left hand down on the floor. The right hand is going to lift up to the ceiling. Now, if anyone should want to go through the push-up cycle, you let yourself out of it by touching down, stepping back, and moving through. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is take my back foot, step it forward, and then the right foot is going to step back, spinning the foot flat on the ground. I'm going to come right into my warrior one on side 2. So the exact same sequence, second side. However you get there is fine by me. Make sure that left foot is the forward foot. Hands are up. And I don't exactly know how to describe it, but in my vision in front of me right now, I see trees, I see houses, I see the top of my hedge because I'm on the second floor, and I see the rain falling through the negative space, the rain falling through the empty space. And I kind of imagine that my own mind is that empty space, the rain just washing through, purifying the mind, letting the mind be neutral. An open mind, just like there's nothing inside your skull. It's just empty, just clear, just being purified. Straighten your front leg, open it up. That left hand is going to come down. I'm not using a block today, although you absolutely could. I'm holding my ankle. You could touch your shin or above your knee. Maybe you want to reach your arm over your ear. That's a possibility. Good. Are you enjoying your stretch right now? Just ask yourself that. Can you be in a place of enjoyment? Really feel it. Glad you're feeling it. Glad for the opening. Touching your hand down to the ground. This is the last 2 in this sequence. The back foot is going to come forward just a little bit. And we're going to fold right out over that left leg. Nice and long and folding down. And I'm going to keep my right hand on the ground. This is it. Left hand is up. Maybe your hand's on a block, but left hand is up. Finish with a twist. And the hand comes down. We have made it.
step yourself back, everybody. Downward facing dog. If you want to do a push-up cycle, be my guest. Put my service to the test. Take a nice deep breath in and out here. And we're coming to pigeon pose on the right side. So from downward dog, I'll look at my right wrist and I'll slide my right knee forward, turn my right leg open, and left leg is going to go back. Not too bad. Elbows are coming down. Now, if you want to be on your back, of course, just go on your back, cross your right ankle on your left knee. Otherwise, let's just hang out for a moment. We'll hang out a little bit more. Just kind of feel into it. Notice if you recoil from the intensity, or if you can just really allow the intensity even fall into the heart of the intensity. I'm going to slowly lift our chest up. Now, if you want to go for your back leg, bend your back knee. Maybe it's the same hand coming back, left hand coming back. Maybe it's the right hand coming back. That's what I like to do for a little deeper twist. And then perhaps my elbow drops forward. All possibilities. If you're on your back, you can stay there. And let's just get a stretch of that quadricep for a moment. We're going to move into downward facing dog. No mutiny. Put your hands down on the floor. Slowly reach back. Lift the right leg. Bend the knee. Roll the hip open for a moment. Maybe even move the leg around a little bit to just kind of release from that pigeon pose on that first side. Put your right foot down on the ground. Look at your left wrist. Slide your left knee forward. Slowly walk your right leg back. Find your angle in your front leg and start to come down. Now assume that your sides are different. I'm sure there is some discrepancy in what you feel. And so it requires a different application. Maybe a different focus, maybe a different way of holding yourself in the pose. All right. Slowly lift yourself all the way up. Now, if we want to go for that back leg, bend it. Maybe the same hand. I'm going to use the opposite hand, so I'm going to use left hand to right foot. Again, that will be deeper. Right hand to right foot will be lighter. Elbow's going to come down. And slowly go ahead and release that. Lift your chest up. Let's take our legs, stretch them all the way out in front of us. Let's do a couple of seated forward bends like this. So you want to reach back and grab your flesh and kind of pull it out. Okay, so this is an interesting little sequence. It's going to start with Janu Shirshasana into a twist, and then there's going to be an interesting forward bend that comes after it. So I'm going to pull my right knee in. Everybody do that. Pull your right knee in. Okay, drop your right knee out to the right side. Left leg's going to be straight. If you have knee issues, maybe both legs are straight. It doesn't matter. Exhale, fold over the leg, and just take a couple breaths here. Resist the urge simply to pull your forehead to your knee. Try and go for length. Try and open your back, under your breastbone, long, flat spine. Okay. Inhale, slowly bring yourself up. Now here's the second pose. This is the twist. Your right knee will come back up to the ceiling, and I'm going to take my right foot and cross it to the outside of my left knee. Now everybody, I want you to keep your left leg straight. Today's version, left leg will stay straight. Right knee is bent up to the ceiling. I'm going to wrap my arm around it and twist. If I want to go deeper, I'm going to take my elbow outside it. Doesn't matter. Twist. Good. And come back to the center. Don't change your leg. So this is the interesting forward bend that I was going to tell you about. It's very, very hamstring oriented. Your left leg is going to get a really deep stretch. So what I'm going to do with my right foot here is heel toe it to the left. I hope you can kind of imagine that. So what's happened is my knee has gone from pointing up to the ceiling to now my knee is basically stacking on top of the left leg. And I'm on the side of my right foot now. You see the sole of my foot there? I'm resting on the side of my foot. And don't try and go too fast. Just slowly walk your hands forward. You might not touch your foot, although you might. It's up, depends on your flexibility. We'll take a little time here. Be really, really, really hamstring oriented pose. Okay, let's do these same three postures on the second side, and then we will make our way onto our back because our time is moving. I don't know what's happening. Let's do it. So I've got my left knee bent out to the side. My right leg is now the straight leg. Hands go up. Let's come back to our Soham or our I am mantra, either one. All righty. So let's inhale and bring ourselves up. And we'll move into that twist. Left knee is up. We're going to cross the left foot outside the right leg. Twisting to the left, I can take my elbow around or take my elbow outside, either one. And then we're going to finish that by coming back through the center. And my left foot is going to walk out to the right. And I'm going to try and drop my left knee on top of the right knee. Almost. They won't exactly come on top of each other, but you're going to be resting on the little toe side of that left foot and try and slowly walk your hands forward. No reason for struggle here. No need to struggle. Doesn't matter if you're flexible or not. You don't have to struggle. Just breathe in and out. And slowly go ahead, bring yourself all the way back up to a sitting position. We're going to come onto our backs. So if you like to roll, I like it. You can roll with me, but you got to keep your core engaged. You need to stay rounded. If you're not rounded, it's going to hurt. So you want to really round it, rock evenly. Like imagine a rocking horse. If the rockers or flat, it would just kind of chunk around. But if it's round, and it's smooth in its track. Okay, so you got to keep your back in a rounded position. Slowly come on down. Grab your big toes for a moment. Open the soles of your feet up to the ceiling. We call it happy baby pose. The knees are bent. And what I'm doing is just rocking a little bit right to left, side to side. Very good. And those feet are going to come down onto the ground. Knees are bent, feet are on the ground. Take your hands, reach them behind you. Let's just hold that for a moment. Arms are behind you, knees are bent. Now we're going to rock ourselves. Inhale, lift up. Exhale from the top of your spine, roll down. Again, avoiding a flat back. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. A couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And up. And down. Now last one. Inhale, I want you to bring yourself up. Hold that for a couple of breaths. Arms are behind you. If it's not comfortable, bring your hands by your side. But if you can, arms are back. You're using more power in your legs rather than your arms to get you up here. So you might not be as high, but you can get a little bit more of a leg workout. Now we're going to switch it. Stay where you are. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out through your mouth. Get all the breath out. Hold your breath out when you're empty. Roll your spine down. When you touch the floor, inhale, lift. This is slow motion. Inhale, lift. Stay up, exhale. Hold your breath out, roll down. Notice how good it feels. Eyes should be closed. Inhale up. Stay up, exhale. Hold it out, roll it down. Inhale, lift. Stay up, exhale. Hold it out, roll it down. Last time like that. Inhale, lift. Stay up, exhale. Hold it out, roll it down. Good. Take a deep breath in. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop open like a diamond shape. Take your arms out more, spread eagle. Just take a moment, let gravity pull on your legs. Feel yourself in the room. With all the doors to choose from, but you're still not even choosing a room. Your gear lever is in neutral. Very good. The only switch will be this. Bring your knees up. Heel toe your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Right foot on the right side, left foot on the left side. Drop both knees to the right, so windshield wiper twist. Right ankle will cross over the outside of your left knee. Take your left arm overhead and grab your left wrist with your right hand and pull your left arm long. Good. Come on back and do the second side. Drop your knees over to the left. Left ankle crosses your right knee. Maybe you're going to grab your right wrist. Very good. Come on back through the center. Stretch your legs out on the ground. If you're cold, put something on top of you. Put a sweatshirt on or put your socks on. Stretch your legs out. Palms are going to face up. Now, relax your mouth, relax your jaw, relax your breath mechanism. And for the first minute, I want you to choose one of two places. Either place your attention right at the tip of your nostrils, right at the entrance to your nose, because you can feel the breath moving in and out of there, or put your attention at your belly, because you'll feel a very subtle rise and fall of the belly. So just choose a spot to focus on, the nose or the belly, whatever feels right to you. Watch the breath come in and out. Don't deepen it, don't control it, don't manipulate it. As the breath comes in, silently say so. As it moves out, hum. Okay, let's start to deepen our breathing. In and out. So feel your belly rising more, feel the breath coming more powerfully through your nose. Gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Wake yourself up. Roll over onto your side. And take your time, come on up to sitting. What a lovely, perfectly beautiful class. Now, before we chant our final Om, bring your hands together at your heart. We've meditated all day on the potential, the openness of the room with many doors. I am. You can add anything through your I am statement now. You can choose to walk through any door as you leave this class. What's your choice? What's your door that you're going to walk through? I'm confident, I'm aware, I'm peaceful. I'm angry. What's your choice? And let's finish with our Om and just really consciously move through that door. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Rub your hands together. Make it nice and warm. All right. Namaste, everybody.
Thanks for practicing with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.